What's going on, everybody? Got a lot of, young guys, some good game experience last week. Very excited for that. They need to take another step this week, and we got to keep coaching them and look forward to hopefully getting some of our veteran players on the field too. So with that, I'll take any questions. It's a sweet hat. I don't know. I like that lid. All right.
When Kellen was beginning to pick up the pace after Saturday, what did you see most as an improvement that you like since that game?
I think every time he practices, he gets a little bit better. He's making improvements. He got thrown in there last night after not having a ton of practice, and he does a lot of things well. But he's got to keep making little improvements, and we're working with him every day. His coach, Andrew, is really putting a lot of pressure on him, and he's showing little improvements, which is good.
Did you have to shrink the playbook on Saturday with him a little bit because he had so few practice reps?
Not really. He can handle plenty mentally. I think just for the group he was working with, we definitely kept it to a more limited menu. I wouldn't put it on him though.
How much work would you think you'd want to get Kirk Cousins in the preseason to get him ready for the regular season?
Yeah, I'd love for him to get some reps. I think our guys have had a ton of great practice work, so I don't feel like they have to get him. I know they will eventually, and that's going to be ultimately up to Coach Zimmer. But I think those would be helpful, very helpful, some live in-game reps.
I know some starting quarterbacks don't play at all in the preseason. How do you kind of balance, some teams, like obviously Aaron Rodgers isn't playing, but and some teams do give their guys some reps. How do you kind of balance that?
Yeah, I'm just taking Coach Zimmer's lead. I think whether Kirk plays or doesn't play, we got to get him ready for Cincinnati Week 1. That's our ultimate goal.
Mike said a couple of times last week just that everything's moving in slow motion for Kellen, but yet on Monday it didn't look like that. What's the key to a quick switch for him?
Yeah. He needs practice. He needs practice, repetition. He was out multiple days with COVID, and he just needs the reps. He needs to do it with his teammates. It's one thing to do it in a walkthroughs with me and Coach Andrew, but he's got to do it live, and he'll just keep getting better with those repetitions.
What are you hoping to see from your offensive line on Saturday?
Yeah, well, the line, everybody, just get our unit out there, our first team unit out there, working together as a cohesive unit. Just doing it in a live setting. I think that'll be good for all positions.
Is there a lot you think you can learn about Ole, kind of getting those live reps at guards?
Absolutely, yeah. He hasn't played a lot of football. Okay, he has as of late in practice, but he needs to go show us how he operates, in a live setting at a night game. So it'll be really good work for him.
Mike said he might still get some reps over at left tackle. How do you anticipate that working out? And would that potentially mean that Wyatt Davis could get some reps at right guard?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have to play both. He's going to have to know both. He's getting practice reps at both. Right now, he's playing a lot of guard, but Phil Rauscher is cross training him as well. Ole knows that he could be a starting right guard or a starting left tackle at any time, and he has to be ready to perform. And that's the kind of the standard that we're holding him accountable to.
Do you anticipate Justin getting any reps on Saturday or no?
I would leave that up to Coach. He just started getting back into practice, so probably not. But if he does, we're definitely going to throw him the ball.
We talked a lot about the young guys getting a lot of reps in that first game. For yourself, obviously, you're technically still a young guy getting those first play calling reps. What did you learn about yourself? Maybe how much did you take away from that first game?
Yeah, it was very beneficial. Working the headset for the first time, it was great. It was fun. It was exciting. But I learned that we got to score a lot more points. So got to go finish in the red zone so I can get a lot better going into Saturday.
How come you were
better off schedule? How do you script being unscripted as a coach to try and help them in that area?
Yeah. That is a really good question. That's something we talk about all the time. And I think it starts with, the way Coach Zimmer has a slower whistle of practice. He lets us, get out of the pocket and lets us complete plays and work on some scramble drill, which has been really beneficial. Coach Janoko drills it with them every day, incorporates an off-schedule component. So I think it's practice, but ultimately it's in the practice settings against the defense when coaches lets us play and finish the down. like kind of what happened with Kellen the other day. He threw a long pass to Zach Davidson, and coach letting us do that is really beneficial, because sometimes you get a quick whistle and you want to stop the play, but just letting us finish is the best way to do it.
How's Kurt certain guys can do it, certain guys maybe that's something that they're not going to be able to do.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. It's a part of his game that can improve, and he's working to improve on it. I think back to last year against first game against the Packers, first play of the game. I think it was the first play of the season. He took off running and made a big play to Adam. I think back to that Tampa Bay game, getting a lot of match coverage, and he took off, made some plays with his legs. It's a tool in his toolbox that we got to keep using, and he's improving at it.
How important are those 2-minute drives? I know Kellen got 2 in the game, but just almost forcing it when you're going up tempo to have to operate faster, to get on the same page with receivers faster. Is there something more you want to see from him in that aspect, assuming he gets more of those this weekend?
Yeah, just want to do the whole operation faster, and Coach Zimmer gave him some chances in practice this week to do that. Yesterday comes to mind, so just got to keep giving him the reps. I probably didn't have him give him enough opportunities before the game setting, so I put a lot of that on me.
Are you going to toy around with playing with yourself? I know you're on the field calling plays. Do you want to go up to the box and try it up there, or do you feel more comfortable on the field?
I think I'll stay down for now, yep. But it could always be a possibility, but I'd like to be close to the players.
Tyler Conklin missing some time. How important is it to get a good look at Zach Davidson, and what do you think he's been able to offer in camp?
Yeah, great opportunity for Zach, more reps. He's made some real improvements. He really competes his tail off, working hard with Coach Periani. But yeah, these game reps will be really important for Zach. I got to see him take another step. He's got to go make some plays for us, and he's capable of it, but he's got to go do it in the game. Yeah, I'm just looking for him to be himself, keep doing what he's doing. You got to give him more opportunities. Hopefully play some more this week. But when he's gone in there, he's done his job. I just want to see him make plays when his number's called.
You guys have run a lot of different stuff in practice, jet sweeps, blocking on the outside. I guess my question is, what is a prototypical wide receiver 3 in your offense?
Yeah, that's a really good question. For us, it's really simple. It's the next best receiver. It's not the slot receiver, not the little scat guy. Doesn't matter. Just the third guy that can come in and play on first and second down in our 12 and 21 personnel. Not looking for a niche guy, looking for the third best guy, because injuries happen, COVID happens, things happen, guys miss. So who can go start next to Adam or start next to JJ should one of those guys not be able to play?
How much do you guys bring versatility?
Yes, yeah. All the time, yeah. Whether it's the wideouts or the offensive linemen who can play multiple positions. Think about a Blake Brandel who's having a good camp. Those guys that can do a lot of jobs are hard to cut.
That guy, the number 3, sound like an Irv Smith to you? I know in this scheme historically, especially when Gary was running it, the third receiver was often the tight end.
Yeah. We've used that set quite a bit, yeah, and Irv is fully capable. That's what it might come down to, but we got 2 more weeks to find out what our roster is going to be, but would have no problem playing Irv and Conk in those 3 receiver settings. But we have some good wideouts, so it's not over yet. We just keep competing, keep getting the guys better, and we'll see what happens, come Cincinnati.
Hey, Clint, when you worked with Phil Rauscher in Denver, what do you remember just about what his duties were, how he approached his first NFL job, and did that kind of lead you guys to wanting to bring him here in 2020?
Yeah, really good question. Just, what I think about Phil in Denver is that he was one of the first guys in, one of the last ones to leave, extremely detailed, always looking to get better, just very intelligent across multiple positions, just a hard-working guy. So that's someone you want in your foxhole.
Did that time together, kind of, with you and Gary over there, did you guys play a role in kind of bringing him on the staff here a couple years ago?
Yeah, I would. I'd probably be better suited question for maybe Rick Dennison and my dad. They had a hand in that, but I was very excited when we did bring Phil on.
How much of his intensity kind of help practices?
Yeah, I love his volume for sure. Love his bravado. And I just like that he's himself. That's how he is all the time. He doesn't change it for practice. That's just him, and that's what I think. That's what the players want. They just want you to be your genuine self and help them get better, and I think that's one of his strong suits.